Second annual AAU Girls Junior National Volleyball Championships are brought to you by the Amateur Athletic Union. Sports for all, forever. Welcome back to the 16th Premier Championship. There's a happy head coach, Michael Whitten. His Axis Elite program, a one-set lead over Oklahoma Peak Performance. What was the biggest key, Aaron, in that first set?
Axis Elite is such a young club. They're only into their third year, but what they do well is they are so balanced, and their tempo of sets are so phenomenal. They're beating the block, and the sets are creating options for the attackers to swing on. So they've just been dominant from the offensive side of the ball today.
You can see some of the girls seeing themselves on camera, the big screen here at the field house. Loving life being here at the Walt Disney World Resort. It's been quite a tournament. Just a great experience all the way around. Not just what you do on the court, but off the court as well. Bonding with your teammates, going to the amusement parks, hanging out in the hotel, and going to bed right on time. Right, Aaron?
Yeah, absolutely. These coaches, I'm sure they instill curfew.
Axis Elite. They hit the first shot. A little bit long. Point Oklahoma Peak Performance. Biggest keys for Oklahoma coming in. Must control the ball well and serve receive well. I think maybe they've done one of the two, but I'm sure there's lots of room for improvement here.
Absolutely, and with that, with the ball control, with the better passing, they're going to utilize all those options they have on the net. Because of the great serving and better ball control by Axis Elite, Peak Performance hasn't been able to utilize all of their offensive weapons.
Their coach Will Etheridge emphasized those points before the match as the shot goes wide, and now it's 2-0. Coach Etheridge, very calm, cool, and collective. You can tell he knows he's got a very talented team, and he expects his girls to step up to the challenge here.
I think 25 years of coaching, you learn to kind of harness those emotions and really be calm and collected, just like you said.
How about the ace? That one just whizzed right by the Axis Elite defense.
This is the start that Oklahoma Peak Performance needed in this match. Because they lost that first set, they need to go ahead and get out in a big lead and force Axis Elite to constantly fight back.
Erica Scholl, a couple of aces back-to-back, and it's a 4-0 lead here to start.
And a lot of coaches teach that, where you drive the ball right above the top of the net and go deep. Because it's very hard for passers to move backward, easier for them to move forward, and so a lot of times they get caught, they lose their body position, and it's a very difficult pass to make.
How about 3 aces in a row? We have not seen that throughout this entire tournament.
And Axis Elite was passing nails in that first set, so coming out in the second set and not really focusing on that serve-receive line is very uncharacteristic of them.
Only takes a few points, Aaron, for momentum to completely change. We've seen it happen time and again in this tournament. Will it happen here? Now the block coming through for Oklahoma. Van Gasser able to set it up, but this one is hit too long as Maris didn't get a good swing on it. Now Elwanger back to serve for Axis Elite. Right side now, Maris. Back row, Elwanger. Allie Evans. Whitten. She's played well. There's this Axis Elite program, not just a volleyball program, but Aaron, they really try and teach life lessons in what they do. They don't just play great volleyball, but these ladies are active in community service around the community.
Now, we talked to Coach Michael Whitten. He said they're definitely a faith-based club, and with that comes a lot of really unique things. They are forced, or they're required to do community service twice in a season, and that really just helps build the team and build their character. And they're very focused and driven girls, and he says that discipline comes from the fact that they are very faith-based and that they do go out and spend a lot of time together outside of the volleyball court.
Couple service errors for Axis Elite. Axis Elite, they have to complete a couple community service projects per season. Right now, Oklahoma on a roll, 7 serving 3. Jordan Kramer, defensive specialist. Now it's Evans. Up by Elwanger. Here's Witten again. Middle of the court, and the block party shows up for Oklahoma.
And just like the first match we watched today, the paradigm switch of the first and second set, the team that lost the first set is really taking on the characteristics of the team that won the first set going into the second. So it's interesting to see how much one win or one loss can completely change perspective on each side.
So you just get this feeling that this could very well go to 3 sets.
And there's still a lot of volleyball to play in the second set, but Access Elite hasn't really been able to generate point strings. And in the game of volleyball, 2-point swings, 3-point swings are so critical. And when you get down on that side, it's very hard to fight back from them.
Now it's Alexander Wright's turn. The middle blocker for Access Elite. Access Elite done a great job overcoming the size of Oklahoma. With tremendous effort. There's Allie Evans, though, the Tulsa commit, swinging away once again.
And the key to this out-of-system play is that arm swing nice and high. She was able to beat through that block because the block didn't expect it to come that high and was very undisciplined in their hands.
Nearly let that one go. Kramer decides to dig it. I think it was a good decision. And now net violation leads to the side out for Access Elite.
And a lot of times setters want to be perfect in those out-of-system plays, but all they have to do is put that ball 5 feet off the net and 5 feet in from the sideline. That creates a lot of opportunities for the outside hitter to get a good approach and take a swing on the ball.
This one is in. Anna Stevenson able to pink the line, and it's 9-6.
Even though that set was a little bit low, Stevenson knew that she didn't want to tip it. Everyone was bunched in the middle, and she just pushed it deep to that end line and caught the tape.
Wheaton taps it over. One player on the deck gets up quickly for Oklahoma. Elwanger's kill is done. Now Embry. Stevenson. Set up by Bangasser now. Hit down and hard by Cassidy Muse.
And Cassidy Muse is so clutch on that right side. Being very patient on that play. That ball was set really high, waited at her point, and took those explosive 3 steps to get all the power she could on that ball.
Muse will take a rest. She'll be replaced by Katie Dewey. And this one's headed out. Stevenson misfired. Now it's 11-6. Coach Witten trying to settle down his girls. Stevenson able to put that one in. Now 11-7 is Greenville, South Carolina, the home of this Access Elite Rocks team. And Greenville got some pretty good colleges like Furman and Wofford. Also South Carolina and Columbia. Not too far away. A lot of athletic opportunity if you're playing in Greenville. Also in Greenville, North Carolina as well. That's where ECU plays sports. Block is coming alive, and everything working now as Ryan Emmert teams up.
And that ball set a little bit too tight to the net. But Elwanger couldn't quite see where the block was and swung kind of blind into that block.
You can see the confidence a little bit shaken from Access Elite Rocks right now.
And it must be that side of the court or something. It seems like the team that starts on the right side is really playing well, and then the team on the left just has a little bit of slower step. But Access Elite is not going away quietly. That's a huge swing for transition point.
Bartell in the game now for Axis Elite. Up against the net, running right into it as Ellwinger still manages to score. Lucky she didn't get called for a net violation there. She was right up against it.
And again, I don't necessarily think her net interfered with the outcome of the play. So in that event, the down official will look past that net violation because there was no point result out of it.
Good no call. Callie Bangasser now serving. This one sailing out of bounds. So Axis Elite has hit the 10-point mark. And now coming in, Kaylee Thompson. Very emotional player for Axis Elite. There's the service error story, 3 apiece. AAU Junior Girls National Volleyball Championships.
Did.
Great to have you with us live on ESPN3. Drew Felios and Aaron Campbell. That's an illegal hit. Axis Elite now within 4.
And when both teams play low error, we've seen Axis Elite play a little bit higher error in this set, and then Peak Performance played pretty high error in the first set. If both of these teams just limit and control those points, this is going to be a very, very competitive match.
Witten takes a swing from the back. Now up front along that right side. That is a good one. That's Allie Hembry.
Huge swing out of the backcourt. Great defense. Setter took the first ball. Libero came in, made good second contact, and allowed Hembry to make a really nice swing on the right side.
Nice serve by Erica Scholl. Tough to deal with. Bartell can't put it over.
Oklahoma Peak Performance has really taken ownership of the serving line in the second set. They are just putting the ball nice and tight across the top of the tape. Might even hit the tape, and that's what, a lot of passers don't like those tape balls. It's very difficult.
Get the hands across, turn inside, hand in. Okay, no getting tooled, and also make sure you're lining up. That's when we're getting blocks, is when we get lined up. When we're a little bit outside the block, is when we're getting beat off of. Anybody got anything? Let's go. Come on. Pete.
So Will Etheridge's team is settled in, and now it looks like they're able to really execute their game plan.
And just from that conversation, it seems like their game plan is take ownership of the net. They do have the height in order to do that, but they have to be very disciplined with their hands, disciplined with their read. And Coach Etheridge really wanted to emphasize that coming out of that timeout.
Couple of nice serves by Erica Scholl. Let's see if she's got another one. Right now, Axis Elite scrambling to play that serve. Ellwinger, nicely done.
And Ellwinger was so powerful in the first set. I like that she's resorted back to that soft shot in this second set. It's given her a lot of opportunities for kills.
Puts it over, now set up. Middle blocker is Kaihilo right now. Another block for Oklahoma. Their sides has taken over this match.
And just like Coach Etheridge talked about in that timeout, the discipline of the hands. The middle blocker was a little bit late, but because she held her hands over the net as long as she possibly could, that's how she got that block. You don't want to put your hands over the net and then bring them down really quick. You want to hold them as long as you can.
Sarah Maris takes a break. Now Allison Witten comes crashing into the party, and the 9th grader has another point. She has played outstanding.
And when you have a big blocking team like Oklahoma Peak Performance, you have to move your hitters around, and that's the first time we've seen a setting adjustment made to push the ball inside and allow the attacker to move her feet and then pick the shot she wants from that set.
Alive now. Allie Evans had a shot at it. Cassidy Muse putting it over, and now right with the dig. Jordan Kramer continuing to star on defense for Oklahoma. There she is with another dig. highest point of the match right here. Neither team really able to get a good shot in here, Aaron. Whitten up against the block, still alive. There you go. Anna Stevenson teeing off.
I think Anna Stevenson was tired of taking little roll shots and tips. Very good approach. Last two steps were perfect. She didn't get off the net much, but she recognized that she could generate some power from those two steps.
Oh, that one's mishit. Another point, back-to-back points for Axis Elite. And do we have a comeback in the making here in the second set? Boy, they would love to close this one out in two, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Let's listen in.
In our devotion today, the three-piece. Okay, right. But what was the thing about power? You gotta what? You gotta want it. You gotta believe first. Okay. You gotta know that you can do it. I know you can do it. I've seen you do it. I've seen you guys come back from worse deficits. Okay. Keep pushing and working hard, 1 point at a time. Let's go.
I think Coach Whitten kind of senses if we can take care of this in two, why not try?
And the sense of team that he's been able to breed from these girls. Just, you don't even have to be in the huddle and you get that feeling. These girls want to work hard for each other. And that is what makes a great team.
How about that shot by Allie Evans? Took a little bit off it. And it bounces out after hitting that Axis Elite block. 19-15. Axis Elite won set number one. Oklahoma trying to force three. There's another shot by Whitten. This young lady is growing up here today.
Because Anna Stevenson got that great swing on the last play, watch the middle blocker just get juked one step. And when you leave any kind of scene for Allison Whitten, she's going to attack it. So you have to not be able or not take the bait on that middle attack. Great slowdown on the block.
Misfired. Axis Elite trying to capitalize, but they can't do it. I think Axis Elite was a little surprised when Ryan Everett couldn't take a swing at that.
A great job by the libero, Cassie Baingasser, coming in, making a nice free ball play, and continuing that play on.
I think
This cue is supposed to be a three almost, and then Bassinger comes in and just plays the ball over the net. Relentless pursuit of that play.
Whitten again. And look at the effort from Jordan Kramer. She nearly flew into the billboards.
We've really called Jordan Kramer's name a lot on that defensive side of the ball. With the new substitution that they implemented a few years ago, it allows attackers to focus on attacking and defensive players to come in and really take ownership of that defensive position.
Kept alive. Abby Elliott puts it over for Axis Elite. Whitten, back row. Oh, she is killing everything.
And why not reward Allison Whitten for going after that ball, running that ball down, making the play, her teammates running it down, getting the free ball, and then she gets the kill to close the point.
Try to kill attempt there, and Axis Elite has pulled it within one. What a comeback. Anna Stevenson.
Look at the focus on her face. She feels it, she watches the ball, keeps her eye on it, tracks it, and then looks at her opponent's side of the court to find where they all are. They're all bunched to the left side of the court. She pushes it to the right.
So now Axis Elite with an opportunity. Oh, they're going to say a point was awarded to Oklahoma Performance. So I think we got to recheck the score here. And a little bit of confusion. Axis Elite, I think, was taken just as surprised as we were.
And on that last play, when we were watching the replay, it looked like Anna Stevenson actually had caught the net on the way down. So because she was the person contacting the ball to put the ball away, they will make the net violation call on that play.
Now we'll recheck the score here. playing again. 22-18. That was a huge point. And a 2-point swing here at a critical time. Bagwell can't kill it. Stevenson will. No, yes, she will.
It is so nice to have a middle that is so clutch like Anna Stevenson. Because you know, all you have to do is put the ball in the air and she's going to be up there ready to take a swing. She's just locked in on how to be a middle. It's really nice to see at this age.
About 9 kills for Anna Stevenson. Now the block party comes. Peyton Bagwell. She'll keep it alive. Ellwanger trying to finish. Defense showing up now for Axis Elite. These young ladies are fighting every single point. Van Gasser. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Axis Elite, can they take advantage? Yes, they will.
What great hustle on both sides of the ball. Both teams are just not wanting these points to end. Falling all over each other on the floor, trying to make a play, getting some kind of contact on the ball.
I'm getting tired just watching. Full effort from both of these clubs. Ellwanger can't kill it, can Witten. She goes softly. Van Gasser puts it up now. Witten taking everything on the back line and put down by Alexandra Wright.
And go back 2 plays. Allison Witten gets the back row attack, takes the setter out, allows her team to get a nice 3-pass, go to the middle, score, and Alexandra Wright gets the point.
Let's listen in.
Make sure we get early communication, move our feet, get us something up there we can play with, okay? Right now, we've been really one-dimensional off the receive serve. Anybody got anything else, okay? Right where we want to be at the end of this thing to send it to 3. We've been living in 3 for the whole week. There's no reason. If nothing else, we need to finish this thing in the 3rd, whether it's on top or on bottom. We need to get this thing in the 3rd.
Right here.
Coach Etheridge telling his team, hey, this set is all ours. Finish what we started. Easier said than done. Witten keeps it alive. Oh, big time kill by Peyton Bagwell.
And Peyton Bagwell was so strong up at the net, blocking in that first set. She's had a lot of really good plays, playing cat and mouse on that right side, tipping, pushing the ball over on 2. So I love that she got that kill to push them to tie the match.
How about 31 kills for Axis Elite? Ryan Emmert, they need her to step up right now at Oklahoma.
And what a big kill to get before you go out of the match. Leave some presence before you rotate out of the play.
Van Gasser to serve. Ellwanger goes softly. Bartel will set it up. Bagwell keeps it alive, and it's a point for Axis Elite. We're tied.
And the whole team on Oklahoma Peak Performance called that ball out, but you have to follow it to the line. It seems like such a fundamental thing. They used to teach that when you're 12 and under, but you have to go all the way to the line. And if you're unsure in a championship match, you make the play on the ball.
Up against the net, and that threw off Axis Elite just a little bit. And now set point for Oklahoma Peak Performance.
And what a save by Katie Dewey. Just pushing her ball, good ball control, saves the ball just enough to get off the net, and her middle comes in to just spike it right back down.
Malia Kaihilo giving set point to Oklahoma. Can Axis Elite fight this first one off? On the slide. Wright couldn't put it home. Now it's Maris. Tense moments. Witten from the back row. Maris. Point, and we're going to a third set. So Oklahoma Peak Performance fights off a determined Axis Elite squad and forces set number 3. We'll have that in just a moment when we return to the ESPN Wide World of Sports to decide a 16 Premier Championship.